have seen the recent economic collapse in Sri Lanka. This has resulted in a huge revolt in the public against the Sri Lankan government, resulting to physical attacks by protesters. The economic crisis has turned violent, leading to the Rajapaksa family, including President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, fleeing away from the country. Similar economic crisis seems to have arisen in another neighboring country, Pakistan. Yes, Pakistan is facing severe and continuous economic crisis. It is on the brink of collapse. The economic challenges for months has led to the exponential increase in the prices of food and fuel. Hi, my name is Ranjith Reddy. Welcome to Research Dialogue. This video decodes and discusses the current situation and background for such a huge economic downturn in Pakistan. We did a detailed research on this particular subject and figured out several reasons that have caused the Pakistan becoming a bankrupt. Reason 1, inflation, increased inflation. Inflation is nothing but the increase in the prices of overall goods and services. So Pakistan is experiencing high inflation. In just 2022, there was a rate of inflation of almost 24 to 25%, and this was about 29% higher, particularly in the rural Pakistan. Reason number 2, increased trade deficit. So trade deficit is the difference between the overall imports and exports of a nation. Any country has to maintain a balance between both. Currently, Pakistan has a wider trade deficit amounting to almost $17 billion, compelling to reduce its dependency on imports. Reason number 3, rapid depletion of foreign exchange reserves. Any country has to make the payments for imports in international accepted currencies, that is US dollars. Holding good amount of US dollars by a country is what we usually refer as foreign exchange reserves. Currently, Pakistan has only $4 billion of foreign exchange reserves, which is sufficient hardly for 2 to 3 weeks of imports. Reason number 4, declining in the currency value. At present, $1 is almost equivalent to 275 Pakistani rupees. The Pakistani rupee is tumbling and hit an all-time low. In January 2021, $1 is equal to 175 Pakistani rupees. However, in just last 1 year, there was a steep fall of almost 40%. Reason number 5, increased debt burden. Excessive external borrowings by Pakistan over the years has raised the debt burden of the country. The total debt stood at almost 62.5 trillion rupees by the end of Imran Khan's government in 2022. In the last few years, the debt grew at around 14% per year on an average, whereas the GDP growth was only 3% per year on an average. So this led to the unsustainable burden of debt. The year 2020-23, the debt to be paid amounted to almost 5.2 trillion rupees, whereas surprisingly, the entire governmental revenue for the year is less than that amount. So Pakistan has taken huge borrowings from China in the recent years, almost amounting to $5 billion in the last 3 years, amounting to almost 30% of the borrowings from China alone. The country has invested in the huge infrastructure projects like the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which are in reality of less use to Pakistan. Additionally, the Pakistan government is supposed to return the amount collected from the public in the form of bonds with high rate of interest, and this adds to an increased burden of debt. Reason number 6, food crisis. The cost of perishable foods has increased by almost 50%. According to a recent World Bank report, almost 6 million people in Pakistan are currently experiencing food insecurity. The food inflation rose from 8.3% in October 2021 to a thumping 35% in December 2022. And that's how severe the food crisis in Pakistan is. Reason number 7, increase in defense expenditure. According to the budget for the financial year 2020-23, the defense allocation in Pakistan is around 17.5% of the total budget. And this is one of the highest percentages allocations in the entire world. Reason number 8, Balochistan conflict. The insurgency and rebellion attacks in Balochistan region on a regular basis is a serious concern for the country. Though this particular region, Balochistan, has huge resources, it suffers from huge political turmoil. Reason number 9, unstable governments in Pakistan. The country is suffering from continuous political crisis for the past few years. Pakistan's economic crisis was the center of the political standoff between the current Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif and his predecessor, the former Prime Minister Imran Khan. Pakistan took several initiatives and policy decisions which were primarily based on the political interests and less on the economic interests. Number 10. This includes other miscellaneous reasons, including the rising terrorism, economic impact by COVID pandemic, severe floods in 2022, rapid increase in the population leading to rampant unemployment and poverty. So all of these reasons are collectively contributing to the collapse of the Pakistan economy. So to revive the situation, Pakistan is currently in consultation with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, on a bailout package of almost $7 billion US. So this financial assistance from IMF is expected to rescue and revive the economy of the country. So now, what are the lessons India should learn from this Sri Lankan and Pakistani episodes? The Indian economy is stable for now, but the episodes of Sri Lanka and Pakistan economic crisis are definitely a great lesson for us. We need to take enough precautions on a continuous basis so that the Indian economy does not slip into a crisis. Also, it may be a right time for a large nation like India, to rescue its neighbors from the serious economic catastrophe and exhibit its leadership the world over. So, what do you say? What are your views on this? Please share. Please let's comment, let's debate and discuss. Thank you.